Girls, we're back. Okay, I figured out what happens to my phone, so I'm gonna give you girls all a second to get back in here. And we were going really good with our coloring. And I think that Switcher Studio didn't like all the coloring action that we had going on. So, so let's give it a second here. We'll get going again. We'll get everything up and running here. We'll keep our coloring going on. So I hope that you girls get back on here. Let's see here. Anybody there yet? You're back. Yay, Karen's back. Okay, Karen, you're the first one back. Let's give everybody just like another minute here. Wow, we were doing really good with our coloring, Karen. And I think I figured out what is going on with my technology. So this happened to me like 2 weeks ago tonight. And I think it has something to do with not shutting down my cameras and it not connecting. Hi, Kelly. Thanks for coming back. Oh, you girls. We were doing so good. Hi, Angela. We're going to give everybody like 30 seconds here. Diane's back. Yay. I'm back too. So I think I figured out what's going on. Hi, Dawn. So I don't know if you guys know what my setup looks like here, but I have a camera up above and I have my tablet in front of me. And I think what's happening. So I don't know if you girls were with me 2 weeks ago. Hi, Rhonda. Too much drinking. That's exactly what I thought you girls were going to think. Oh, she's probably drinking too much beer. And it's like, well, I only had 3 sips, so not really. I wish. No. But so I think, you know, with technology, if you don't power it down often enough, like it gets hosed up. And I think that's what's going on with my phone up above and my tablet, that it loses the connection and it just shuts out. And honestly, it happened right in the beginning. I'm looking for you guys to watch you. And the reason I could see that it was happening is because my phone, it froze and I could see that. So, okay. All right, we're here. So Jennifer's back. Sue's back. Yeah, Sue, do you remember it was like 2 weeks ago on a Friday night, or was it the Thursday night? I feel like we were doing like the poppy class and it just froze. And so I hope it's not just when you watch, because I feel like you were watching more recently than that. But what I think I have to do is I have to make it a point to once a week physically turn off my phone, physically turn off the tablet, and let them come back and like reconnect and resync, because like all I did was power down my phone and bring it back up and we were going again. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. So that's why I'm not a professional. We're just here having fun stamping together on a Friday night, right? No pressure, no pressure. So, okay. So we're going to flip back down here. We're going to see once if anybody else wants to join, but we were just coloring here. So we were talking about using dark soft suede for our branch. Now, Stampin' Up! Doesn't have a lot of dark browns for coloring. So like the only other color they would have is the bronze marker. So you could definitely use the bronze marker for the branches, just coffee or water for me. So I guess I would have to be the designated driver. Rhonda, everybody needs designated driver. So if I need a ride sometime, I will call you. But no, honestly, I try not to get to that point anymore. I feel like I'm old enough to know better. So, but I really wish that they'd come out with a set of espresso markers, like a light and a dark espresso. So what I use for my branches and like greenery stuff. Hi, Katie. Thanks for joining. Joanne's here now. Yay. So I used the dark soft suede. I used the fine tip on this. If you wanted another color, you could use the light soft suede or you could use the bronze color. All right, now for the coral. So these are the little flowers. So there is a light and a dark coral. Like with all the blends, there's a light and a dark color. And when you have such a small area here, I don't know, it's really too hard to do shading with light and dark blends. So what I do with something this small is I just color it one color or the other. So like in this case, I've got my light coral going on. And then what I'm gonna do over here is I'm actually gonna color the inner part of this flower with the coral here. And then I'm going to use the petal pink to fill it in. So hi Tanya, thanks for joining. So what I'm doing is this is where the shading comes in handy. So I'm gonna do a darker color in the center of my flower, and then I'm gonna follow it up with a different color. So did you see how hard that was for me to snap that shut and like to open these? The markers are alcohol based, so they will dry out if you don't shut them properly. Like let's say the cap doesn't seal tightly, then like it's alcohol based, so they will dry out. So to add darkness, I add crumb cake dark and go over it again. Nice. Yes, yes. There is dark crumb cake. That is a nice darker brown as well. So you can see what I'm doing here for coloring. So as I'm coloring, it's really hard to see it, but there is a distinguished line right there. And to get rid of that line, when you use the light and the dark together, there's different ways to do it. Some people like to do dark first and then light. And then there are some people that like to do the light first and then the dark. I am generally a person who likes to color the dark first, and then I go over the entire thing with the light. And the more you go over the line of the dark, it disappears. So you can see how going over that softened it. So you've got like two-tone pink action going on here. So that's a little bit about the shading. Now for the leaves here, the leaf action, I've got light and dark old olive. So in this case, when I do leaves, I like to do my veins in the darker color, and I like to do the rest in the lighter color. And again, I got little tight space here that I'm working in. So I generally would have just done all the one color, but in this case, I am just throwing a few of the darker lines in here so that you're gonna get to see some of the two-tone action going on. So that's the dark. And now in this case, let's see what my tip looks like here. The thicker tip has a fine brush on it, but just know as you use it more, sometimes that brush tip kind of disappears or like it gets thicker. So it would be in this case just the same if you want to use the thick or the thin end. Like so here I'm using the thick end and I'm trying to be very careful. Whereas if you grab the thin end, it's a lot easier to work in those tight quarters of your leaf. So, all right, so give me a second here. I'm gonna finish coloring up my leaves here. The other thing with the markers is you want to give time. You know how like when I stamp, I like to give the stamp time to like the ink to soak into the paper. I like to do that here with this as well. So you don't need to go super, super fast when you're coloring. Give it time to soak into the paper. They're not like your traditional water-based markers. They're meant for blending and coloring and making you feel like an artiste. All right, so one more bad boy over here. Okay, so I'm gonna hold this up so you guys can see it a little bit closer, but you can see I've got a little bit of darkness and a little bit of lightness going on with my leaves. All right, bird's the word. So we got our green done, we got our coral done. Let's get that out of here. This is petal pink we need. We're done with this. So we got our birds left. So we've got the dark petal pink is what I'm gonna use more like along their belly, like the under of the belly here. So I'm gonna do there. I'm gonna follow where these, like the little lines are on their bodies here. Hi Dara, thanks for coming back and keeping watching. We're just coloring now. We're just having fun doing some coloring. So did you see what I did here? I just put the dark petal pink where I want it to be a little darker. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna follow back with the light petal pink. And so now I've done the fresh area, but I also go right back over where the dark is. By going right back over where the dark is, that is what's gonna give you the blending action of the Stampin' Blends here. And I'll bring this up in a second so you can definitely see it. And we're also gonna add a little bit of crumb cake to these guys. So I can show you that in a second here. I gotta get his little tail, okay. Hey Dar, I noticed that you're a top fan now. I was just looking at the comments here and it has a top fan badge next to you. That's awesome. I love it that you're a top fan. Hi, Jay. She made it back. Okay, cool, girls. So it may not be easy to see, but it is a little bit darker here and a little bit lighter there, but you can't see the line where it mixes. Isn't that cool? So in the card here, I do got a little bit of crumb cake going on just to give a little bit of shading on these guys. So I'm just going over the tops of where those black lines are here, and I'm going around the edges here just to make them look like dirty birds. Make them a little dirty here. So what kind of bird would you say this is? It's not a robin and it's not a blue jay. I know that. I'm no bird expert, but it's a pretty bird. So there you go. I'm just adding a little bit of this light crumb cake around the edges where the lines are. Just a little bit to give it a little bit more depth. Now what you really could do if you wanted is you could even swing back with this light petal pink and blend them a little bit more like that. All right, how are we doing, girls? We good here? Do you like it? Is it pretty? Okay, there's really not much left to do here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pop this up with some dimensionals here. So grab your either mini or your big ones. And what I'm doing is I'm putting a track, like I'm putting 3 on the bottom and I'm doing 3 on the top, and it creates a track so that it's not gonna go over the, oh, it's a sparrow. Okay, good call. So I'm not a bird person, so I'm glad that you could help me there. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add this onto my card, and I guess what I'm doing is I'm centering it left to right, and I'm following my peaks to the corner. In this case, there I did it higher, and here I did it a little bit lower. Either way is fine. And I'm gonna glue my inside in. So what I'm giving away for tonight's Facebook Live after, we'll probably do it on Monday, is I'll go through and announce the winner for tonight. For people who like, comment, and share for this video will be in the drawing for this card. I'll be announcing the last 2 nights after we're done with this card. So, all right. We've got that done, and last but not least, we're gonna add a little bit of bling. This is what I've got left going on of my dimensionals before I open up a brand new pack. So we're gonna put one over here, and we're gonna put one there, and we're gonna add one, and it's gonna go right there. So I love diamonds. I had somebody tell me today that they didn't have diamonds and they were gonna add them to their next order. Hi, Peggy. Peggy, you missed a little bit of coloring, but we basically finished doing the coloring and we popped it onto the card front. So thanks for coming back. So here's our finished card, girls. It basically uses the Free as a Bird stamp set, paper, it uses the dies that come with it, and it uses a different ribbon though, but it's super, super pretty. Okay, whew, we made it through this and we have learned a valuable lesson. So Chris needs to pause once a week and recharge her phone and her tablet so that we don't have this technology mishap. So I am so, so happy that you girls came back and we got to finish making the card together. So, okay, so that's that. So again, this is the card I'll announce on Monday. And I wanted to tell you who the winners of the last 2 nights were. So I'm gonna flip down here. 2 nights ago, we made this card using the memorable mosaic. Oh, Angela's saying that she loved what the Versamark did. I know, super cool. Naughty Nancy's back in the house. Yay, roof, raise the roof. Nancy's here. So for the winner of this one, it was Jay Shante. Super, super excited, Jay. Yay, I'm happy you won. You're gonna be getting this card in the mail. I will probably pop it in the mail, probably realistically, it'll be Monday. So Jay, you won this one. Super, super excited. And then last night we made this card, and this was the Perennial Essence set. And Jennifer, your name was drawn for this card. Yay, Jennifer. So I will put both Jennifer's and Jay's cards in the mail. And I made myself a note. I wanted to tell you girls something. I had to close a workshop yesterday. I didn't have to, but I did. And I had a half off item on there and I didn't know what to do with it. And I wanted to close the order. So normally what happens if I have a workshop that's ready to close and it has a half off item, and I'll announce it or have somebody win it. But I wanted to close the order yesterday before some of the products on the order went out of stock because they were low inventory. Hi Cheryl, thanks for joining. So I threw on that workshop a bundle, It is a brand new bundle that is only available, it's available now, and it's available to everybody. It was just available to demonstrators, but it's available to everybody. And it is the Ornate Thanks, and I don't know if this goes with it. Girls, help me. I know I got the Ornate Thanks, but I don't remember if this goes with it or if the framelits are the rectangles. But I got somebody look it up, Nancy or Jennifer, tell me real quick. I did get this Ornate Bundle Thanks, or the Ornate Thanks bundle, and I think it was like, for half off, it was $26 plus shipping and tax, so it was like less than $30. So here's what I want for people that are interested in this. If you're interested in having your name in for the drawing for half off for this bundle, email me, text me, Facebook message me, text me, just let me know. And not through the comments in here, actually. It was really hard to go back and find everybody I did a drawing last week who was interested in the medley, and I think I got everybody. But what happens sometimes is if people share it, and then it gets shared to somebody else, and then somebody comments off of the sharing, I have to follow a little path to find everybody. So if you're interested in this bundle, yes, it does. I think that they go together. So it's definitely the stamp set with the words, and then it's the dies that go with it. So if you're interested in being in a drawing, I'll do the drawing live on Monday night. But what you have to do is email me, text me, Facebook message me, call me, anyway, and get a confirmation back from me that I saw it, because I want to make sure I get everybody in for the drawing, and it can be anybody. You know, anybody who's watching my lives is welcome to enter into the drawing. So is that a good deal? This is a brand new product. It's in the new annual catalog, and it's not even we can't even really see it except for in a flyer right now. So okay, so there you go. I think that's what I've got for you girls today. It is Friday night, so I won't be going live tomorrow or Sunday. Oh, you know what we're doing this weekend? Well, we were going to go to Menards tonight, but Tyler said he's going to go get the stuff that we need, so I don't even have to leave the house. So I still haven't left the house yet this week. But so we are putting up a plywood in the basement so that the boiler can get installed onto this plywood in the basement. Because girls, I'm putting in-floor heating in my she shed. You know what that means? It's going to be nice and toasty on our feet, which means the rest of us are going to be nice and toasty when you come stamp with me. So the boiler is going up next week. I think, I don't know, Wednesday or whenever my guy can come over and do it. And so we got to put plywood up. We got to paint it. We got to make it waterproof because it's going to have water flowing through it, blah, 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 all that good stuff. So that's the project for this weekend. And I'm super excited to announce that I picked my excavator. So he will be starting to dig a trench in about a week and a half. So yay, progress is being made. I know Diane's like, wow, I think you're referring to that. I'm making progress. So if you girls drive by my house, if you're out for an essential errand run and you drive by my house, you will see that the garage is completely gone and the concrete is gone from my slab and my driveway. And there's just an open ruckus of gravel and all this stuff. And the garden shed coop moved to a different spot. So we're making tracks, girls. I'm super excited. So lots of work, but we'll be back on Monday night, and I'm not sure what we'll do Monday, but I'll surprise you with something. It'll probably be a card or a 3D project, but it'll be something fun, and I'll announce ahead of time when we're going to go live. But I think other than that, I'll let you girls have your Friday night back to yourselves. Do some stamping, do some family bonding time, make something pretty, watch TV, just do something fun and relax and celebrate that you made it through the week and that you're safe and hopefully safe and healthy. So, all right, girls, I love you. We'll see you on Monday. Bye.